Have you ever wondered how Viking tribes, fierce, free, and often at war, chose their leaders? Forget modern elections. There were no ballots, no campaigns, just strength, strategy, and something deeper: honor. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Viking leadership. How were their chiefs chosen? What made a man worthy of command? And what happened when leadership failed? In Viking society, leadership wasn't inherited by right. It had to be earned through valor in battle, wisdom in council, and generosity toward the clan. The typical leader was called a jarl, not quite a king, but more than just a warrior. He was judge, warlord, and diplomat rolled into one. But don't imagine a throne room. Most jarls led from mead halls, surrounded by loyal warriors, called herdmen, who pledged allegiance not to laws, but to the man. Respect was everything. A jarl who lost face, lost power. And when a leader failed to lead, he could be challenged, or even replaced. There was no standardized system across all Viking lands, but common threads ran through most tribes. Leadership usually emerged from the thing, a public assembly of free men. Here, matters of justice, trade, and yes, leadership were debated and decided. At the thing, warriors could raise a candidate, and support would be shown by a shout of approval or, more rarely, a show of force. Sometimes, a jarl would rise after the death of a predecessor in battle. Other times, if a community split or migrated, a new leader was chosen from those seen as strongest, both physically and morally. What counted most? Reputation. Known as drengskaper in Old Norse, it meant honor, bravery, loyalty, and generosity. A man who gave gifts, protected the weak, and won battles earned followers. No charisma. No followers. No followers. No power. But being chosen wasn't the end of the struggle. It was just the beginning. Viking loyalty was not blind. If a leader grew greedy, weak, or cowardly, he could be overthrown. Some were challenged in the thing. Others faced betrayal, or even assassination. And yet, jarls were not dictators. They ruled by consensus. They rewarded warriors, distributed land, and held feasts to maintain loyalty. They led in battle, but they listened in peace. That's why Viking leaders had to master the art of gift-giving and reputation-building just as much as they mastered the sword. Surprisingly, Viking women also played a role in leadership, indirectly, but powerfully. Through arranged marriages, alliances were forged, and some sagas speak of shield maidens and widowed noblewomen holding estates and even influencing politics. While rare, female figures like Queen Åsa or Aud the Deep-Minded prove that respect, not just gender, mattered in Viking society. Many legendary jarls and kings rose from these traditions. Ragnar Lothbrok, whether myth or man, was said to have united warriors through cunning and courage. Harald Fairhair fought dozens of battles to unify Norway under one crown, and Rollo, the Viking who founded Normandy, gained power by negotiating, not just conquering. All of them earned their titles not because of birthright, but because warriors chose to follow them. So next time you think of Viking leaders, picture this: a roaring fire in a wooden hall, warriors raising their voices, a new jarl stepping forward, not crowned, but chosen. Leadership in the Viking world wasn't about wealth or bloodline. It was about bravery, trust, and the will to lead when others followed. Want to learn more about Viking battles, myths, and daily life? Hit subscribe and join us next week as we uncover Viking war secrets against European kingdoms. Until then, skål and stay bold.